Hi Taurus, welcome. So Taurus, this is going to be your you versus them reading. I'm going to go back and forth between you and the person you may be connected to. And the roles may be reversed. Feel free to flip them if you need to. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. My readings are timeless. I just trust that when this finds you, that's the divine timing. You were meant to hear it. So Taurus, let's go ahead and get started. Ooh, excuse me, and happy birthday to any of my Tauruses that are celebrating a birthday. I hope it's a beautiful time for you. So you have the first house of self out, which is talking about your physical body, your outlook, your self-image, how you see the world, right? And also how you see yourself. It also talks about doors of opportunity opening for you, which is a great sign, to get during your birthday season. So this could also represent Aries energy. You may have that in your chart or be dealing with someone who does, but we'll see. Let's see what the crowning energy is for you, Taurus. I also want to say, I feel like super good vibes today. So I was really excited to do your reading to see how that would play out for you. But you have the Strength card showing up as your crowning energy, which is talking about looking your fears in the face, having the courage, the confidence to push forward with some goals that you have for yourself, Taurus, or for something that you've been wanting, okay, in regards to this connection for some of you. So let's see what, it's also Leo energy for some. They have the Six of Cups, which is talking about the past history. This may be someone you have a past with, but it also talks about emotional support and this person needing you to be there for them or wanting to be there for you, Taurus. It could be a very supportive vibe, very supportive energy. I get a sense too of this person kind of wanting to support you in your goals. But let's go further. I also wanted to say that I had this song stuck in my head, and I knew I was going to do your reading today, and it came through again when I meditated, but I think it's Pitbull. He says, I knew my rent was due about a week ago. I worked my ass off, but I still can't pay it though. But I've got just enough to get off in this club. Hey, come get it now. Ooh, I want the time of my life. Oh, baby, now. The time of my life. So essentially the song is talking about I've taken care of all my responsibilities, but now it's time for me to have the time of my life to celebrate anyways, even if I don't have the money or the time or whatever. It's a good song. It's a good feel-good song. You may relate to that song. You may actually randomly hear that song. Take it or leave it, So anyways, let's go into the recent past and see what led up to the now. You have the Six of Wands in the recent past. You had a card fly out there. The Ten of Pentacles. The Star card. Ooh, time of my life. Some of you are kind of waiting around to have the time of your life. You know what I mean? I feel first of all, you're ready to kind of go towards more excitement in your life, but some of you put off your own happiness, your own well-being, or things that you've been wanting to do. And there's also this message here about, this life has a timetable, right? Although you are eternal, you are infinite. It's what are you waiting for? I guess is the message from Spirit. What are you waiting for? If you're waiting for the right timing, it'll never be the right timing. You got to create your own right timing. So that's just the FYI side note. You have the Ten of Pentacles, the Strength card out again, and the Five of Pentacles, Aquarian energy here. So in the recent past, Taurus, it looks like you've overcome some obstacles, which ultimately led to you kind of reaching maybe a height or an epitome of some sort of wish fulfillment here. Some of you are in the space of feeling stronger than ever, feeling more secure and confident in who you are. And yet at the same time, you tend to focus on the lack. Which don't we all do that? Like, you know what I mean? Like a million things going well for you, Taurus, but you want to give attention to the one area of your life that isn't. And that could be problematic because if you give your focus to the one area that isn't working out, the other areas that are working out will start disintegrating. So it's really important to pay attention to where your focus is going right now. Now, some of you are at this point where it's not so much looking at lack, but like how far you've come, which is a healthy thing to do, of being like, wow, I've attained some of my goals, my dreams. I'm, you know, feeling more secure than ever. And I remember when I didn't have that. I remember where I began. I remember, you know, how off the beaten path I was. And having some sort of gratitude towards that is actually helpful to you. So there's a little switch in perspective. That is the encouragement from Spirit. And I want to say, I also heard something about lack of empathy. And I don't feel like that's coming from you, but maybe. Maybe because you've been through your own struggle, you have a lack of empathy for other people who are still struggling, and or you could see this person you're connecting with as someone who lacks empathy. But let's see. So we're going to go into the recent past. And if you hear a little bit of whining, I got a new puppy. I'm going to show him to you at the end. He's so super cute. But he's sleeping by my feet, so it's just a puppy. All right, Six of Swords. Justice. Page of Pentacles. And the Nine of Cups. So, Taurus, I feel like the person that you are connecting with, they went through their own struggles, but I see this person is like, let me get this right. I feel a little bit of moodiness coming from them, needing to kind of balance themselves out, to reprioritize some things in their own life right now so that they can go towards the success that they're ultimately wanting. It's like the only thing that keeps this person away from their success is their mood or lack of emotional control, and maybe sometimes lack of empathy. I feel like this person brings the past into the future because they give too much focus to what's happened to them in the past, and needing to find some peace with that so that they can embark on new adventures moving forward, because there's a potential opportunity here for this person that they're really, really going to like if they are to shift their perspective. So let's go into how you perceive each other in the now energy then. I knew my rent was gonna be late about a week ago. Ten of Wands. How does Taurus perceive this person? Page of Pentacles. Ten of Swords. And the Nine of Cups. So, Taurus, yeah, so I don't know why work is being intertwined into this message. This could be someone you work with or that you share finances with, or I don't know, somehow it's interwoven into the connection. But there's this message here about like you being a really hard worker and putting your best self forward, even to the point of your own exhaustion. But at the same time, you get some sort of satisfaction out of that, Taurus. Like you like to feel accomplished, and that does come with hard work, right? Now, it's interesting because I feel like I don't know what that has to do with this person. I don't know if you're comparing your values or like your work ethic to this person. And of course, this is a you versus them, but it doesn't mean it's about a lover. It could be about a coworker, a family member, whatever. But there's some sort of comparison being made here. And I'm trying to figure out what that is. But I feel like you've had your own struggles, right? And Some of you have struggled to give this person an opportunity only to be met with like complete exhaustion, and then that kind of pushing you to ultimately choose self, which I feel like some of you felt like that was selfish of you. Like, if I choose self, then I'm being selfish. And somewhere along the line, you were taught to be selfless, which is a popular traditional teaching, especially in very strict religions where they teach you that you're not worthy. All right, but this is a spiritual page, so we're not going there with it. And you can never be without self. So to be taught to be selfless doesn't even make any sense. Now, that doesn't mean don't care for others. That's what people really mean when they say selfless, meaning you care for others, but you have to incorporate self into that because you can't be outside of self. So if you don't care for this vessel first, then you are of no use to others. So there's this other message here, Taurus, about switching your perspective and to not feel guilty for being selfish, right? When you need to be. But I feel like yeah, it's a weird message to get, but all right. Let's go into this person's headspace, their perspective. Some of you put your own needs on the back burner for this person, okay? And this could be vice versa, especially if you're a feminine. I feel like you, feminine Taurus, are the one who put your needs on the back burner. If you are a male Taurus, you might resonate more with the other person's side. I feel like it might have been you that was being selfish, okay? So take it as it resonates with you. But you have the Page of Wands and the 8 of Cups, 4 of Swords. Oh no, that's way too many. Way too many. And a little mini book here. 10 of Cups, 10 of Wands, Knight of Wands. See, and this is the funny thing about perspective, because see, now this person feels like, okay, they've done their fair share, that they've had their fair share of struggles as well and done their fair share of the work. Maybe you guys do not see eye to eye on that. Maybe you do. Maybe you both honor that in each other, but there's definitely a message here about hard work, okay? So I feel like this person, they kind of had like a little bit of a childish ways, like frivolous things that they would spend their time, money, or attention on. And I feel like they have moved past that, all right? And now, instead of like frivolous fun, they dream of that warmth, that comfort, that security that comes with like a commitment, home, family. So I feel like this person has grown up, okay? And emotionally, they've evolved into wanting something that's more about others than self. So this is really interesting because there's that message again. Like, this person, I feel, in the past might have been very selfish, okay? Which, again, I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but they've since moved away from that. And now it's like they dream of being able to give of themselves, right, to something that they love, to people they love, to their family, okay? And yet this person has faced some struggles here, but going into this space of overcoming them. So let's go deeper into the emotional space and see. I knew my rent was gonna be late about a week ago. Ace of Cups, King of Cups. How's Taurus feeling underneath it all? That's 3 of Wands. Queen of Cups. Whoa, the Hermit, Virgo energy here for some of you. Wow, that's big love. That's the big love right there. Okay, I love this. because you have the Queen and the King of Cups. Now, you are not a water sign. You could be dealing with a water sign, though, or have that in your chart. But it's not so much about the signs. It's about the significance of the masculine and feminine both showing up in the heart space. So there's an equal balance within you, Taurus, whether you're male or female, that's occurring where you're balancing out your more masculine and feminine energies. And it's actually helping you, right? To take it easy, because I'm getting the song Taking It Easy. I feel like there's a lot of love here. There's a lot of emotion here. This person may be at a distance to you. You may be wanting to close the distance, whether it be physical or emotional. The person you're connecting with done a lot of soul searching. Both of you want to close the gap. Both of you want to work on this, or have done your own emotional work around this. Maybe that's what the work messages are about, the spiritual work. But I just feel a whole lot of emotion here towards this person, and also, you know, future planning in addition to that. So let's see this person's emotional space. Ace of Swords, the Sun, King of Pentacles, Ten of Swords, and the Four of Pentacles. So the first thing I felt was like an immediate exhaustion, maybe a need to sleep or rest. I'm yawning. I feel that coming from this person's energy. I don't know if they've recently overdone it or what, but anyways, so they're in this space of getting really clear about what it is that they want, and they want more than anything on this planet is to be happy, to feel fulfilled, to feel safe, to feel secure, to feel like they belong. You know, in the past, maybe they wanted adventure, or they wanted to, you know, go out, have fun, spend money, whatever. Now it's like this person, they've had their fair share, okay? And now they're going into the space of valuing comfort, right, over exploration. Or this could just be a phase that they're going through. But I feel like this person is looking to new horizons, like what they want out of life, but also out of commitments and relationships has changed as they have changed, right? And that is if they don't stop themselves, though, because there is this holding on going on emotionally as well, where on one hand, there's this huge push towards opening up towards a new horizon. And then there is almost this stubborn energy blocking it, like, well, but I don't want to let go of where I'm at. Or like, I feel like this person is hesitant towards change. And there's that message again that came up earlier, which is like they hold on to the past a lot. And I don't know why all of a sudden the energy like way slowed down there. Like I felt kind of hyped at the beginning of the reading, and now it's like very serious, and I don't know. I feel it's coming from this person. So let's go to then the big spiritual picture and see what's next. The Lovers. I'm sorry, I can't get that song in my head. The Wheel, the Nine of Wands, and the Sun. So, Taurus, some of you feel a lot of love towards this connection, soulmate, twin flame, wish fulfillment, you know, etc., etc. And yet, there's a little bit of difference in the way that you handle things or the way that you work. Let's say that. But at the same time, I don't feel like that being a huge hindrance here, okay? Because the love is enough. So things are moving forward, but there is that hesitancy here and yet the Sun. So the message that I keep hearing, I don't mean to keep pausing, but the messages are coming in really slow, is should I go for it? And the answer was yes. So let's see this person's most likely future outcome. King of Cups, Four of Cups. Moment was gonna be late. I know you're so tired of hearing me sing that song, but it's stuck in my head. And the Six of Pentacles. So yeah, Taurus, what the heck? Ooh, who says I need a nap? Jeez Louise. This person is so worried about what you're feeling that they ignore their own feelings. Okay, and therefore they kind of prolong like moving past things the way that they could if they didn't spend so much time focusing on how you were feeling and spent more time focused on how they feel, which sounds selfish, but it is selfless. There's those two words again. To care about how you feel as a first priority is the best thing you can do for you, but also anyone in your vicinity in your life. Because when you care about feeling good and you feel good all of the time, you're a joy to be around. You're more caring and loving towards others, and you're in sync with Source. So you can't go wrong, right? We're only unpleasant to be around when we put our feelings to the side and start caring more about what others think of us or what we think they think of us, or deny one's own feelings to care about another. Then when you place yourself in that space, you disempower yourself and you're of no use to anyone, especially the person who means the most to you. So this person, I feel like they're in this space, right, of thinking like caring about how you feel all the time is the right thing to do, but it's throwing them out of alignment because it's not so much about how you feel, although I think that is kind of them, but they also need to ask themselves how they feel. So there's this interesting message here about like things moving forward and opening up in the situation, but really being encouraged, the both of you, not to ignore or deny oneself for the sake of the other. And this is how you create healthy relationships as opposed to toxic relationships, which, you know, the internet loves to talk about toxic relationships, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. You can't even scroll without reading about toxic, red flag, narcissist, blah, 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 blah. Like, our culture is obsessed with picking out what's wrong with people. But on this channel, we ain't talking about it. We're talking about healthy relationships, because there are equally amounts of healthy people and healthy relationships as there is toxic. So green flags. Let's talk about the green flags. Green flags are caring about and being considerate to your partner, but not at the cost or the negation of self. And both understanding that. Both parties understanding that. And holding themselves accountable for their emotional reactions and not blaming it on their partner, which is what most people do. But in a healthy relationship, you own thy own self. So I feel like overall there's bumps in the road here, Taurus, but headed towards green flags, right? And there's enough love here. There's more love showing up than problem, but you get what you focus on. So if you focus on the problem, you'll grow that. If you focus on the love, you'll grow that. And there's some sort of reset coming in within the connection. So let's see what the guidance is This person has embraced the moment. It says, embrace this day, this very moment. Think positively today and repel those negative thoughts. Try not to judge yourself or others. What's happening is you're changing from within. So that's this person's message. Yours has 3, reach out, serenity, and choices. All right, if you need help, it's all right to reach out and ask your spirit, ask your guides for help, but also others if they're available to you. This is an encouragement to prioritize the relationship you have with yourself, which is funny because that's what I was just saying. And don't let past issues interfere with that. And then the last one is choices. When you accept that you're responsible for your life and your choices, you will tap into your own spirit. You'll be able to listen and appreciate the intuitive wisdom inside of you and apply it positively. So this is asking you to take ownership of the choices that you make, Taurus. So, wow, super interesting reading. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Oh, let me show you my puppy. Come here, puppy. Who's so sweeping? This is my newest puppy. Isn't him cute? I woke him up. I'm sorry, baby. His name is Doc. For Doc Holiday. And yes, I still have Daisy. For those of you who've been following me, I still have my Australian Shepherd. She's still the love of my life. It's just now she has a little brother. Isn't he cute? Yay! Anyways, sorry. I know you're here for tarot. But let me tell you what zodiac signs you could be connecting with. I have Leo, Gemini, Cancer, Leo again, Libra, Virgo, Aquarius, and Aries, and Cancer, if I didn't say that already. But those are the zodiac signs that I'm seeing. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it did resonate, please do let me know in the comments below. Also, don't forget to give me a like, share, and subscribe. And thank you so much for tuning in. Say goodbye, Doc. Bye. Namaste.